Yo, what's going on, guys? Darnell B here. Welcome to Hip Hop and Fitness. 3 years ago, I made a video about squatting without a squat rack. And it's exactly how it sounds. I basically talked about what to do if you're in a situation where you don't have a free weight squat rack. Because at the time, the gym I was going to, which is actually this one, haven't been here in a minute, did not have any free weight squat options. All they had was Smith machines. And they're the Smith machines that kind of angle. So to me, in my personal opinion, those are the worst for squatting. I don't know, to me it's just not very ergonomic, does not feel good on the knees. And on top of that, there's a slight resistance to it. So when you're squatting, you're not getting the same feel you would get as free weight. And obviously, you know, it's something fixed. It's not supposed to necessarily be exactly the same, but you should be getting a similar experience. So since then, I have discovered there are some Smith machines that go straight up and down that work really good, but I'll leave that for another video. We'll talk about Smith machine squat options. But right now, squatting without a squat rack. At the time, all they had was Smith machines, no free weight squat options, so we had to improvise. We used the bench press and we used the incline bench to do our squats. Now, why another video about squatting without a squat rack? Well, there's some things in the first video that I didn't cover, either because I just didn't think of it at the time, or there were things that I discovered later after I made the video just from my own weightlifting. Things like safety, form, technique. So I want to kind of make another video today, just kind of detailing those few things to let you guys know exactly what I do and what I did to make the most of those workouts. All right, so first, let's talk safety. Originally, when I posted the video, I was doing my free weight squats from a flat bench. And it's doable, but I definitely don't recommend it unless you're really short. And I'm pretty short, and it's still a lot of hunching over for me, so I don't recommend doing it that way. The reason being, the amount of distance you need to travel from the bar to get up and to get back to rack it. If for some reason you're squatting, you're going pretty heavy and you need to rack it, you can't get to that rack fast enough. You're just gonna have to drop it. And it's okay if you gotta dump it, but obviously you're squatting near a bench press, so there are gonna be more people walking in your area because that's technically not where you're supposed to be squatting at. So what you can do is to kind of set up a little perimeter. I don't know if maybe get a few weights put around so people kind of know that's what you're doing. I also recommend doing it at a time where there aren't a lot of people in the gym. Typically, I work out either really early or really late. Also, doing this type of exercise on the flat bench can cause a lot of problems for your back. So if you really take a look at how you have to sit down to rack it and how you have to unrack it, that can definitely be problematic, especially over time, and especially if you're trying to go super heavy. I don't recommend going crazy heavy just because there's not too many ways to bail out. Flat bench, I'm gonna have to say no. Maybe if you're doing really lightweight, or maybe if you're really, really short, like maybe 5'2". But overall, I do not recommend flat bench anymore. What I do recommend, if you're gonna squat without a squat rack, is the incline bench. The incline bench, obviously, because it's higher, so it's very similar to an actual squat rack. The way the base is, the way it's set up, the way the seat's shaped on the incline bench, it's a lot less distance traveled. So when you unrack it, you're not stepping out as far and you're not having to walk too far forward to re-rack it. I don't recommend going ridiculously heavy, but if you do decide to go heavy, don't clear the bench when you unrack it. When you're going heavy and you feel like you might only be able to get, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 reps, stay somewhat above the bench to where when you squat, your butt touches the seat. That's a good indicator of where you are. Also, just in case you need to get back to that rack, you're right there. You're super close. You can get back to it. You can rack it really quick. If you're going super heavy and you try to clear the bench, you still have a little bit of distance to walk. It's not as far as the flat bench, but it's still some distance. And if you're tired and you're breaking down, you might not make it and you might have to drop the weight. So don't go ridiculously heavy and don't clear the bench if you're going heavy. But you can still build and grow muscle and lift moderately heavy in a smart way when you do these exercises. But that is all. I think I've covered, for the most part, everything. If I think of something else, I'll probably try to throw it in, or maybe I'll throw it in the comment section. But for the most part, that's the bulk of it. Be safe. safe. All right, if you got to do this, get it done, because you know some people just love the squat. Sure, there are a lot of alternatives to squatting, but you might not want those. You might want to just do some good old squats. And I feel you, because to me, there's absolutely nothing like a free weight squat. I don't care what exercises work as good or as well. It's always nice to just squat. So you guys go out and kill it. Let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to include. Let me know if there's any other techniques you want me to go over about anything. I'd be happy to drop some of my information to let you guys know exactly what's going on. But yeah, get out there and kill it, guys. Darnell B, Hip Hop and Fitness. Peace.
Like the vendor man, we back to the streets.